Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I want to start off by saying welcome to all of you lovely new subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. It truly means the world to me. And if you are brand new, my name is Alyssa, and on my channel I enjoy making tarot pick a card readings like this. And so for today's video, we are going to look and see what is going on with your current love situation. Okay, so we're going to kind of dive in, see what exactly is coming of this situation, whether it's new, whether you're in a relationship. We're going to kind of dive deep and really see what is coming from it. Okay, so we have 3 piles here for you guys to select from. We have pile number 1. This is with the citrine crystal. Pile number 2 with rose quartz. And pile number 3 with amethyst. So if you need to, you can go ahead and pause the video to meditate on which pile you're feeling most drawn to. As always, I will have the timestamps listed below in the description box. So once you have made your selection, you can go ahead and fast forward to your reading. Okay, so again, we have pile 1, 2, and 3. And I will see you guys at your pile selection. Hey group 1, so if you guys selected the citrine crystal, then this is your reading. So we're going to go ahead and start with your first card. We're actually going to kind of go in order today. So your first card, this is from the Lover's Oracle Romance. We have manifesting miracles. So your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. Beautiful. Okay, so with your current love situation, this is requiring you to manifest. Okay, so making your dreams into reality. What are you hoping for in this scenario? Are you looking to meet someone? Are you hoping that your relationship takes the next step? Let's dive in. Let's see what else we have. So for your romance angel oracle, we have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Ooh, that's exciting. Okay. Next, we have 2 cards from the Island Time Wellness Oracle. So the first one is Palm Tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. Okay. Then we have Mirror. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. Interesting. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so now we are going into your tarot cards. So you guys have 3 tarot cards from 3 different decks. The first one we have is the 9 of Cups. Ooh, I love this. The Star card. And the Chariot. Wow, okay. And then let's look at your last Oracle card before we move on. We have Commitment. Beautiful. Okay, so group 1, what is our current love situation? So I'm going to actually start with your tarot cards here because I feel like this is really kind of painting more of a picture for me as far as like what's really going on. So sorry, it's a little tricky to pull up. Okay, so let's start with the 9 of Cups here. What's great about the 9 of Cups is this is literally like your wish fulfilled. So the fact that your first card talked about manifesting miracles is really telling me like anything that you have been, wishing or wanting, hoping for, this seems to be at the forefront right now. And this is all about you kind of manifesting your desires into reality. And what's lovely is that with the 9 of Cups, this is really talking about like wish fulfillment. Okay. So in your current love situation, if you have been trying to manifest a relationship, for those of you who are single, this is talking about very well that your wish is being granted, so to speak. So there might be somebody that you stumble upon or that maybe you've already started talking to where you're developing these romantic feelings. So if you're hoping that this dating turns into like an actual committed relationship, then this is basically confirming to me that this is more likely going to be a yes. Okay. The fact that you have the Star card as well also kind of reminds me of wish fulfillment. Okay. This to me really talks about, you know, kind of being in touch with your intuition and trusting your intuition, but also trusting into like divine timing. So again, for those of you who are, you know, really into like the law of attraction, or what's the word I was looking for? Sorry. If you are, you know, all about, you know, manifesting, that's what I was looking for, then this would be kind of more so talking about that, like you trying to make this into your reality. And what's beautiful here with the Chariot is this is all about forward movement. So moving forward, you know, that there's progression here. So for me, I feel like with this situation or with this current, love situation, there definitely seems to be some forward movement here. There seems to be definitely progression towards maybe solidifying your commitment to one another, especially if those of you, like I said, are talking to someone and you're hoping that this will develop into an actual serious relationship. That seems to be, you know, more so at the forefront. Now, if you're already in a relationship, you're already committed, this to me can also signify if you're wanting to level up in your relationship. So meaning that becoming engaged, you know, if you guys have been dating for a while, now taking the next step into wanting to talk marriage, you know, this is really what would solidify to me, you know, a definitely good possibility for you guys. Okay. Now I do want to pull up these cards again. I want to kind of get a little bit more clarity with them. So we have the mirror here. So this was talking about like mirroring each other. This talks about self-image, relationships which reflect our wounds, okay, and introspection. So these are a multitude of meanings of what the mirror card can represent. Now, I feel like with this, because this really seems to be more so positive, I feel like it's more so just kind of mirroring each other, meaning like you are seeing what you want in your partner, just as like they would, what they want to see in their own partner. So it's almost like you guys complement each other really well in that regard. Okay. So to me, that's where that can come into play. Now the palm tree, this is all about stability and security. Okay. Growth. I love this. So again, you know, all about forward movement with that Chariot there. And then just basically reestablishing some sense of security or stability within the relationship. So like I mentioned earlier, for those of you who are just maybe in the early stages of a relationship or just dating, you're wondering like, where is this connection going to go? Is this going to lead to something more committed, or, you know, is this just kind of like, we're going to date for a little bit and nothing's going to come of it? This to me more so tells me that actually something is going to develop, you know, especially if this is what you were wanting. If you were trying to make this happen, or you're putting it out there into the universe that I really like this person, I want to, you know, be committed to this person, you know, and I want to know if their feelings match mine or if we're on the same page, the answer is yes. Okay. So just for those of you, if that was anything that really just came through just now. So if any sense of doubt that you have had, you know, in regards to that, that's what seems to be coming through here. Okay. And what I love about the commitment card, again, this is just more so talking about you and your partner, you know, being committed to one another. Okay. Making that like mutual, you know, connection and mutual respect, showing to another that I choose you. I choose to be committed to you. Okay. So if you have been having any doubt, or if you've been like wondering, like, you know, are they on the same page as me? Do they feel the same way? I'm getting the very strong sense, you know, with those romantic feelings that they do. They're very much on the same page, which is why I see this progressing rather than just staying stagnant or going in the opposite direction. Okay. So group one, that was your reading. I know that seemed really quick, but hopefully that got straight to the point, and you know, hopefully that was able to answer any questions or doubt that you may have had in regards to this situation. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and consider giving this video a thumbs up. It truly helps out the channel. And we are about to move on to our next group. Hey group 2, so if you guys selected the rose quartz crystal, then this is your reading. So we're going to go ahead and lay that there. We're going to go ahead and start with your Lover's Oracle card, and we're going to see what is going on with your current situation in regards to your love life, okay? Ooh, Secret Admirer. So this says someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. Okay, we're off to a good start. All right, so your second message, this is from the Romance Angel Oracle. We have true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. Yes, that's exciting. Okay, let's see what else we have for your other oracle cards. So these are the Island Time Wellness Oracle. We have healthy choices. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. Oh, how exciting. I love when cards come through really positive. All right, the Sword and Rose, clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power. Very powerful. Love that. Okay, so now we're going to take a look at your tarot cards. So I chose one from 3 different decks. So the first one we have is the Six of Pentacles, Justice, and this is Muse of Inspiration, also known as the King of Wands. Okay. All right, and then your last oracle card we have is Soulmates. Oh, wow. Wow, group 2. This is exciting. Okay. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and dive right into it, shall we? So, so right off the bat, group 2, what is going on with your current love situation? Okay, so it definitely seems like we've got some soulmate energy, true love. We could even have some twin flame energy here. The reason why I say that too is with the Six of Pentacles, this talks about, you know, give and take, being very fair and well balanced, okay? And the fact that you have the Justice card here as well, which is very much about being balanced, being very fair. This seems to be that of an equal partnership, meaning that the love, the attention, the time, the devotion to one another is very equal, okay? And that seems to be very apparent. So this is why I say this could be very well a twin flame. This could definitely be your soulmate, okay, if you believe in soulmates. But as far as true love, this definitely seems to be a strong union here that is being implied, okay? Now, what I love about, like I said, with the Six of Pentacles here is that this is very much about an equal sense of give and take. So as all relationships are, partnerships are, you know, that's what they are. They're partnerships. You guys are considered equals. And when you are in a relationship, in a healthy relationship where it does feel very equal, it doesn't feel like it's a lot of work. You know, if anything, it feels almost effortless, right? And I feel like you guys are more so at a really good place where you feel that, like, you just feel happy, you just feel almost fulfilled. And I think a lot of this has to do with the fact that many of you might have been working on yourself, maybe prior to this relationship, in meaning if you've been really taking care of yourself, giving yourself a little bit more self-love, honoring yourself before entering into this partnership, that really speaks volumes when you're able to do that, because by then you know that you're not reliant on this other person to make you fully happy. It's more so like you're sharing in each other's happiness, if that makes sense, okay? So that's a really beautiful indication there with that Six of Pentacles. Now, the Justice card. So this is like, to all my Libras, you know, like this is the Libra card. So you very well could be dealing with a Libra in this regard, okay? Libras by nature are very fair creatures, okay? So they believe in equality, they believe in, you know, things always being balanced. And that's what I see more so like in this partnership, as I mentioned, just of that. Okay, because you've got the scales in both cards here, that's really what stands out to me as far as this, you know, being very well you know, equal for one another. I know I keep saying that a lot, so there's a meaning to that. Okay. Now, the King of Wands is a really powerful card here. So this could be talking about your person. Okay. The King of Wands naturally is, you know, pretty much like a leader, someone who is very, very passionate in what they do. Okay. And they're so passionate and so driven that it's almost like that they inspire those around them as well. Just with how they present themselves. It's almost like very infectious, you know, and like you can't help but feel motivated or feel, you know, just want to be as driven as they are when you're around these type of people. Okay. So those who embody that King of Wands energy, that's really what you're going to see. And especially in, you know, a partnership, they're going to be someone who's going to be more uplifting, who's going to be encouraging, right? They're going to be someone who's going to tell you like, yes, you can do that. Like, I can help you, or, you know, I'm always going to have your back. I'm going to motivate you. You know, whatever it may be, like that is what their personality is going to speak more to or be like in any type of situation, you know, and especially when it comes to being your partner in a relationship. Okay. So if you guys have been, you know, wondering like if this is very new for a lot of you, you know, because we do have a secret admirer here. So for some of you, you might not have really met this person yet. Okay. But this to me tells me that this could be somebody that already notices you, one, because of that secret admirer card, or two, that this is very new. Okay. And this could be for a lot of you that this is just a very new, you know, relationship or courtship, if you will. Okay. But I feel like you're going to feel that sense of like, they just get me. They, you know, like we click so well, like we are on the same page about a lot of things, whether it's our ideas, our thoughts, our, you know, just the way that we view the world kind of a thing. Like you're going to notice like these synchronicities in one another that I think is going to tell you like, yeah, this is the one. This is how I know, like they just get me and I get them. Okay. That's where that whole, you know, balance comes into play, that yin and yang energy. Okay. That's really strong here with you guys. Okay. Now the fact that you have soulmates here again, to me, just reminds me of that yin yang energy. It's very much complementary. Okay. So as I mentioned earlier, you know, with that King of Wands card, this is more so talking about how complementary you guys are going to be together as a couple. Okay. So if you're wanting like validation, if you already met this person or you're already in this relationship with this person and you're wanting validation that you're where you should be, absolutely. Like this is 100%. Like I feel you're equal, somebody that you can continue to have a very long lasting relationship with, someone who's going to be by your side, someone who's going to continue to, you know, nurture you, who's going to motivate you, and who's going to, you know, continue to uplift you rather than put you down in any way. Okay. So I hope that, you know, makes sense in that regard. Okay. Now I definitely want to talk about these two a little bit more. So the Sword and the Rose. So this is all about, again, clarity, truth. Okay. Force, honor, protection, power. So I immediately kind of think of that King of Wands energy again, just in the sense of, you know, honor, power, protection, someone who's very, you know, clear-minded, knows what they want, they go after it, you know, again, very passionate. So that's really what to me speaks more so about your person. Okay. The healthy choices. Again, if you were wondering if you made the right choices, especially, yeah, for some of you, you might, you know, because it's so new, might wonder, you know, like, am I jumping into this too fast? Or am I, you know, getting my hopes up too quickly because it almost seems too good to be true? I think that's normal for a lot of people, you know, to sometimes second guess themselves, especially if they've never, you know, experienced a love like this, or like a, you know, a feeling like this, I guess I should say, because it might be too early for some of you to say the word love, but, you know, just having that sense of validation that the choice you made was the right one for yourself. And if anything, I feel like this is more so validation that you are making, you know, the right choices for you in love and life. Okay. So you are doing what you need to and what you can to be happy. And I think you guys should definitely enjoy it during this time, because it definitely seems like a happy time for many of you. Okay. So as I said, we've got some true love energy here. So this very well could be the one. You've got the soulmate, secret admirer. So group 2, you've got a lot of exciting things here for you guys that's just screaming, this is the one. So I'm really excited for you guys. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys how this resonated, if it did or didn't. Definitely let me know. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and consider giving it a thumbs up. It truly helps out the channel like you wouldn't believe. And I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we're going to go ahead and move on to our next group. Hey group 3, so if you guys selected the amethyst crystal, then this is your reading. So we are going to go ahead and get started with your Lover's Oracle card. So we're going to see what is going on in your current love situation. We have Embrace. This says, through each other, you find the missing pieces. Ooh, very powerful. Okay. Next card we have, this is from your Romance Angel Oracle. We have Forgiving and Learning. As you release and heal the past, you must experience more love in your present moments. Okay. I apologize if you guys hear some screeching. Sounds like a card screeching around here. All right, so from your Island Time Wellness Oracle, we have Photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. Okay. A lot of past references here. Kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Okay. Now we're going to take a look at your tarot cards. So I selected a tarot card from each deck. There's 3 decks that I chose today. The first one we have is Judgment, King of Cups, and Ace of Materials, also known as the Ace of Wands. All right, and then your last oracle card that we have, this is Spiritual Maturity. Interesting. Okay. Okay, group 3. What do we got going on here in your guys' situation, your love situation? Okay, so let's start actually with your tarot cards here, okay? So let's take a look here at the Judgment card first, okay? So with the Judgment card, this usually talks about, you know, taking time to really self-evaluate or self-reflect, things that are just kind of going on in your current life, which is, you know, very fitting with this reading, you know, like understanding really what's going on. Okay. Now, based off of the other cards that we have here and the sense that I feel like there is a sense of coming together. Okay. Especially with the Forgiving and Learning, we have Embrace, Spiritual Maturity, okay? And this Photograph card here, okay? This kind of talks about, you know, a little bit of a past, as I mentioned earlier, a sense of nostalgia, you know, and it's not like anything ended necessarily. I don't get this strong sense that anything necessarily ended. It's more so like looking back fondly, like, you know, we've been through a lot together, and it's almost just time to or you're almost taking the time to do like a little bit of self-reflection as to like how far you've come, either together or individually in this relationship. Okay. Now, depending on what your current situation is that could have happened here, I'm getting the strong sense that this is caused for a lot of emotional, maybe even healing, or just, you know, being very empathetic to one another, because we have the King of Cups. Okay. Now, the King of Cups usually can represent someone else, or it can represent you. Okay. But this talks about being very, very aware and in charge of their emotions. Okay. Meaning that in this situation, it could really be causing you to be more compassionate towards one another than maybe you have prior. Okay. So if this is causing you, depending on your guys' certain situation, if this is causing you to have a little bit of self-reflection or just kind of taking a pause or a timeout, maybe to reevaluate whether you should move forward or not, I'm getting the strong sense here that this is really all about a time of growth for the both of you. Okay. Because whether one was or the other one wasn't necessarily on the same level for a while, you know, I feel like now just kind of taking the time that you need to kind of like reevaluate where you are in your current situation has cause for these feelings to arise. Okay. Now, what I do love here about the Ace of Wands is that this is all about new beginnings, like a fresh start. Okay. But it's very passion driven. So I feel like this is a good time to obviously reconnect, but even re-embrace and reconnect in a way where you guys find out, you know, what you guys are both passionate about again, you know, kind of like get back into that beginning stage of the relationship to where you can kind of start anew. Okay. That's what's really exciting here about this Ace of Wands. Okay. Now, you guys do also have the Kisses card. So this is, you know, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. So for me, I feel like this is more so like a way of, that's where that reconnection kind of comes back into play. I feel like there's definitely love here. I don't think it ever necessarily went away. It might have became a little stagnant at some point, which is why, you know, maybe for some of you, you've had to maybe, you know, reflect, look at old memories, you know, and be like, oh, look how happy we were here, you know, like, or we used to go on trips, or we used to go do all these things together, and maybe we're not doing them as much anymore. So this is a good time to reconnect in that way, you know, make new memories together, you know, just as the card says, right? So definitely finding a way to kind of like reconnect in that regard to where, you know, you do get excited again. You guys both grow together, so to speak. Okay. Now, the spiritual maturity card is really interesting to me because if you look at the photo, you know, it's a man and a woman you know, making their way up to this mountain. Okay. Now, it's obviously a long journey, right? And in that sense, they learn a lot of things along the way. At least that's what it seems to me. Okay. So I definitely feel like this is a journey that you and your partner are definitely both on. And it's one in which has caused both of you to be able to learn and grow from. Okay. I don't get the strong sense that anyone did anything, intentionally hurtful. That's not the sense that I'm getting, especially with this forgiving and learning card. I don't feel like anyone stepped out on the other. That's not the sense that I'm getting. It could just be that, like I mentioned earlier, you guys just kind of stopped doing the things that you guys used to do all the time as a couple. Things have just gotten very stale or stagnant. And you almost kind of like lost that spark. So this is the time to kind of reignite it. Okay. That's where I think that forgiving and learning card really comes into play. Okay. So if you've had any like little bit of resentment towards one another because, you know, you guys don't do, or he doesn't do what he used to do, or she doesn't do what she used to do all the time, you know, this is why I fell in love with them, or, you know, whatever it is, like if you ever catch yourself saying those things, you know, that's where that whole forgiving and learning can come into play. Like you just have to forgive, you know, learn like new ways in which you guys can make new memories, or ways in which you guys can reignite that passion, and be able to move forward. Okay. And I think the most powerful card here was the one that we started off with, which is simply said embrace. So through each other, you find the missing pieces. Okay. So yeah, reconnecting, relearning from one another. What are your needs, your wants, your desires? Having those conversations with your partner in order to kind of like rediscover one another, I think is really what's going to get you to be able to move past any, you know, prior negativity or resentment that could have possibly been built up from, you know, just feeling stagnant, if you will. Okay. So what's exciting here for sure is the sense that I do see a sense of reconnect. I definitely see you guys both being on the same page to talk it out, to be able to like figure out what it is that you guys want to do together and make it happen, because this Ace of Wands here is, like I mentioned earlier, all about the new beginnings, new excitement, very passion filled. So I'm very excited to hear how this works out for you guys, okay? So group 3, that was your reading. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if this resonated with you. I would love to hear from you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and consider giving it a thumbs up. It truly helps out the channel. And if you are not subscribed and you would like to consider to subscribe, I encourage you to please do so. And go ahead and hit the subscribe button and also hit the notification bell so you stay updated anytime I upload new videos. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful, fantastic day, night, evening, wherever you are in this world, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.